Hello again. I thought I'd just do a video of the current setup that I'm using, mostly for rehearsals of the band, and it's just to get a wee bit more flexibility out of what I have. I've got this Laney head, Laney GH50l. It's an absolutely fantastic head. It's the gain on it is fantastic. It's got a foot switchable gain. If I flick the switch here, it adds the additional gain stage. Sounds fantastic. The only thing I've problems with, well, not problems with, the only thing about it is that it's reasonably limited. I'm quite happy to roll the volume back and get a cleanish tone, but for a lot of the stuff that I'd like to do, I'd like a clean tone through it, which is hard to get. I'd rather use the Laney for gain because it sounds so great. I've tried using pedals before and just using the Laney clean, and it was okay, to be honest, but there's nothing, it's nowhere near as good as using the amp for gain. So that's what the amp's best for, so I thought I'd use that. So I've been a pod user for a while, and used a Pod X3, which was like 3 Live, which was fantastic, and I got a hold of one of these HD500s a while ago. And these are great. I use it for loads of things. Use it for recording direct to the computer. Use it for rehearsing at night when the family's in bed. I can just rehearse and play and jam away with earphones. You'll see loads of cool videos about what this thing can do. Has got some amazing tones. But what I've done is I've hooked this up via the 4 cable method. And what we'll do is I'll put a diagram in the video later on so you can see the cable routing. But basically what it means is I can use the Laney distortion, and I can put effects in front of and behind the preamp, which is great because it gives me like a full pedal board with the effects, and I can use the Laney gain. But also what it means I can do is I can actually set up a patch for a completely clean amp, bypass the preamp of the Laney, go straight to the power amp, and get a clean model. Okay, it's going to be a bit different from playing with the amp in itself clean, but to be honest, the model patch I'm using, I think it's the Fender Blackface. It sounds fantastic. I'm really happy with it. The dynamics of it and everything feel really good. So that's cool. I'll just quickly run through how I've set this up, and I've done this through advice on forums, etc. The Line 6 forum's been excellent for it. The thing that when I tried this before, when I originally got it, is I couldn't really get the Laney tone to sound good running back through the pod. But since reading the forum, checking out a few things, there's a few things that you can do. I'll just zoom in here and see if I can get this wee screen to show up. The first thing you do when you do the 4 cable method is you end up with, sorry if it's not too clear, the effects loop. Now what you want to set the effects loop, if we go to the effects loop, you want to set the send 0 and the return is +7. And this really, to be honest, that means that you get your more or less a transparent amp sound through there without any effects. Another thing that I found is that you have to run the volume. Well, I have to run the volume about this level in order to get, again, a kind of transparent unity gain or whatever they call it, level through. I've tried it with a true bypass switcher so that I can take this whole thing out of a loop to see if I can get the same gain, the same volume, etc. and this works fine. The other thing you have to do for this is you have to set the quarter out to line as opposed to amp. Okay, and at the back, I don't know if you see this too well, where we've got the effects loop. There's also a switch. Sorry, it's not coming up very well. There's for the effects loop. There's a switch for stomp and line. Again, I've got this set to line, and it just gives the best results, to be honest. So that's really how I set it up. But what I'll do is I'll just run through a couple of tones, just to show you what it's like. Basically, I use 4 main tones. I've only programmed kind of 4 main tones. I use a completely clean, a kind of light overdrive, my main gain rhythm distortion, and a kind of leads patch, okay? So I'll let you hear them, just give you an idea of some of the tones. So basically get 4 patches: clean, light, overdrive, heavy overdrive for rhythm, and then just a lead patch. And I'll just play an A chord and you'll hear the difference in each one. For the clean patch and the light rhythm, I use the pickup selector in position 2, which is the humbucker and parallel, and for the rhythm and the lead I'll just switch between the neck for the lead and the bridge for the rhythm. Okay, so this is a clean. Light rhythm. So within each patch, I've added different pedals. Just quickly on the lead, in the clean one, I've got a wee bit of delay. But what I can also do, I've got a tiny bit of chorus as well in it. What you can do is you can set up different modulations, obviously, but as opposed to turning one on and one off with different pedals, you can program the pod to toggle between the 2 different modulations. So, for example, this is this is just a normal chorus setting. Push this like a toggle to phaser. Back to chorus. Also, what I've set this up with, this is a cool reverb type on the kind of synth reverb on the pod. So although I've got a bit of reverb in there, I can toggle between that and the synthy reverbs. Which can be really nice for just you can swirl it with it as well. Which I think is really handy, really nice. So the light rhythm patch is cool for doing loads of things. Wee bits of lead. I've got a wee bit of delay in there as well, and for rhythm passages. A couple of the tunes I've written, I've got some wee sections like that. For example, it's like again position 2 in the humbuckers in parallel. Wee lead passages. That touch sensitive stuff is nice, really nice and dynamic. I like the tone. Find that it's just, again, the dynamics are cool because you're using the power and the preamp from the amp, and just add a wee bit of effect. think to be honest, the heavy rhythm one speaks for itself. It's just straight out rock pattern. Just using nothing but the Laney preamp and a tiny wee bit of reverb. So here's the lead channel. Again, Laney power and preamp. All I've done is added a couple of effects, a wee bit of EQ and increased volume through the mixer and the pod, which I've located in the signal chain between the pre and the power amp of the Laney. Okie dokie. So here we go. Just throw on. That's pretty much it, because I showed loads more, but that would be too boring. So if you do, anybody has any questions about it, about any individual patches or anything like that, or routing or anything like that, give me a shout and I'll see if I can help. But thanks for watching. Cheers, bye.